Hey guys, it's Toy Hunter Tony here with episode 207 of this week's Top 10 Hot Comic Books. Found out in a while and over my beautiful collection. Hey, this week's feature is going to feature, why do I always say that? This week's episode, Nikki, we're going to do it again. It's the third time I can't get the words right. Nicholas Steele in the house, baby. Shut up. All right, so this week's episode is going to feature a $100 hunt from Acme Comics here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Hey, crew, hope you guys are doing well. And they had a unexpected surprise. This weekend is Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the great Alan Davis is jumped across the pond to come here to set up and meet and greet for all his fans. And he actually stopped by Acme Comics a day early to do a signing today. And there was a huge turnout. I was going to do a video from the store, but my phone kind of died. I was able to take a picture. I need to keep my phone charged. Jermaine, he sent me a text late last night. He said, you got to come by and see Alan Davis today. My head's in the sand. I had no idea he was showing up, and I'm glad I did. And so this week is going to feature signed comics from Alan Davis. Some key issues, some stuff that I brought to the store, and then some of the stuff I picked up at the store. And just to get this going, right, so Alan Davis, he is well known for Captain Britain, Excaliber. He did some Batman, Uncanny, X-Men, the End, the Fantastic Four. I mean, he's just been going through the Marvel universe. He also got a bunch of stuff at DC also. But he is in Charlotte this weekend at the Heroes Con to promote the Heroes Initiative. And if you don't know what that is, you got to go to theheroesinitiative.org, and it is a organization that helps. They take donations and contributions to help artists and creators in their time of need. You got to understand all these guys that are in the business in the long haul don't get all the benefits that the big time movie guys. I mean, there's a writer's strike for a reason, right? Not everybody gets accredited for their creations or the contribution to a product. So these guys spend all this time and effort creating, and I know it's a work for hire and you want to get into it, but these companies benefit millions of dollars, and if not billions of dollars, whereas the creative guys get paid scale-based products with no, no benefits. So when things happen, Hero Initiative is here to help. So if you're interested in donating at any time through this video, you can go to heroinitiative.org, and they got a link, or you can go through PayPal to pay said company. I'll put some information down in the company. So Alan, if you're watching this, it was a pleasure meeting you. All he asked was a donation to the Heroes Initiative Fund, which I donated happily. And then also I picked up the books and stuff I'll get to later. But I got to sit down with him, and I got to ask him. I said, do you have time? He goes, yeah, sure. I said, I got 3 questions for you. And he looked at me, and he pulled up, he got a chair for me to sit down, and I was doing it for a giggle. And he took me serious and sat me down and said, what's your first question? And I said, what is your favorite color? I'm a big Monty Python fan. If you don't know, that is from the Holy Grail. When they go to cross the bridge of, whatever that was called. What, Nikki, what's the bridge called? Of Great Peril. You're in peril. But he's like, I missed it. He's like, I watched Monty Python. If you didn't know, Alan Davis is from Great Britain. He's from England. He was born there, and he resides there. And like everybody, Monty Python's got hits or misses, so not everybody knows every skit from Monty Python. So he told me that he does enjoy Monty Python, but he just didn't get the reference. So if you go watch The Holy Grail, Alan, and you get to the part in there, you'll see where those 3 questions come into play. But I got a giggle. And then my second question was Betsy Braddock from Captain Britain's sister. If she was drawn after someone he knew, like a wife, a daughter, a niece, a nephew. He goes, no, she was drawn feminine, right, with a strong steel interior, where like Captain Britain on the outside was drawn strong, and then on the inside he was, thoughtful and caring guy. The reason I asked that is I always thought she was really sexy, and I didn't want to offend the gentleman by saying, "Oh, that's drawn after my wife or drawn after my grandmother or a friend of the family's." So I kind of kept that one to myself. But then I just thought that character was awesome. But he did let me know that she had been created before, and he wanted to draw her that way to portray her strengths. And I was like, that was pretty cool. Question number 3. I am a Fantastic Four fan, and I know he's done covers and he's done some annuals, but he did a series called The End, and I asked him about that. I said I really enjoy his drawing of Benjamin Grimm, or The Thing, and he literally goes, after I've drawn that and I've looked at the artwork, he said I caught myself. I actually drew Ben Grimm as resembling his father. Mannerisms, way he held his hands or face. He said it was really weird. Subconsciously, he drew him with a note. His dad was a boxer, and I thought that was pretty cool. That was information I didn't know. I'm gonna get that and check that out. I love that series. And then last but not least, the biggest question that I had to ask for Alan Davis is, if you don't know, Detective Comics issue 575 was year 2, part 1 by Alan Davis, and then part 2, 3, and 4 was done by Todd McFarlane. So I had no idea what the story was behind that, and he was able to take the time to talk to me, and he just said that he had drawn a Colt 45 on the cover. Batman's got big paws. He said Batman's got big paws, and the writer had described a 38 special, the little pistol, 38 pistol, and it's small in the hands. So he said he'd have this big hand and this tiny little snub nose sticking out, and he said it looked weird. So he had tried to contact the editor to change it. I think the type of gun Alan told me was what was it called? Geez Louise, it's here somewhere. A Mauser C96. Was that right? The reason that gun is its magazine is in front of the trigger, and it's a bigger gun. So when you hold it, it's a German gun back in 1834. It's got a clip, and it's in front of the trigger, and it's a big gun that he could hold. And if you look at the holster of Batman, the holster was drawn to hold the Hauser. But he didn't want to draw the 38 special because it looked so dinky in his hand, and they never got back to him. He said it was 4 to 6 weeks. They never called him back, and it was right before Christmas. And when they finally called him, they're like, yeah, go ahead and change the drawings to accommodate the new weapon. And he said, I can't. I've got Christmas vacation. I've got my kids. I am anywhere near able to do those changes for you. I mean, it kind of ticked him off. I mean, it's stuff that he completed and set in. That was before they do a digital cover, and I actually had to send them in. So they had issues 2, 3, and 4 done by Alan Davis, just not with the proper gun. So their idea was to let a young comic artist redraw those 3 issues, and that's where Todd McFarlane came in and stepped in and filled in those issues. So I would have loved to see that series continued with his work. Don't know if we'll ever see that, but that's a hell of a story. So I'm going to get into it. I know I've already talked your ear off. I'm a fanboy. I love his work, and it was really cool to sit down and talk to him. And Alan, I want to say thanks for taking the time and explaining things. Share with me personal stuff too. And then let's get going. So number 10 of this week's top 10 hot comic books. Is there any viewers here left? You come in here to see a top 10 $100 hunt. I bought $100 worth of material. I donated $100 to the Heroes Initiative Fund. So all proceeds from that signing is going to go to there, and I believe he's doing the same thing at Heroes Con. Don't put words in my mouth, but I just know that it's awesome, and I wanted to support it, and I wanted to meet this gentleman. Okay, now I'm done gushing all over my fanboyness. All right, you ready? So number 10, comic books done by Alan Davis, signed by Alan Davis, is none other than, here we go, look at that. This is Fantastic Four, issue number 574. It's got a beautiful Spider-Man cover drawn and signed by Alan Davis. I love his Spider-Man drawing. This cover needs a pressing up by the heads of the young Franklin Richards, Peter Parker, and Human Torch. It's got some crinkles in it. I don't see any color breaks, so it does need a pressing. This goes between there from $10 to $15 in this condition, so it's a solid get at $12. I wanted a Spider-Man cover. This was the closest one I could get for him to sign. All right, I'm going to put that up on a big board. Nikki, I'm calling it the big board. I'm not calling it the wall today. This is a big board. That is a nice, yeah, it is. You can see like right here, right here, and right here. So this does need a pressing. That would increase its value. That is a beautiful looking cover. All right, cool. I just talked my ear off. My throat is all dried up. I'm gonna have to get a sip of water. Sorry. That's my third take. I'm trying to condense this information down to make it quicker. But that's all right. When are you going to get to meet Alan Davis, right? When are you going to be in England? So number 9 of this week's top 10 hot comics. Look at that. This is Excaliber, the special edition. This is number 1. This one I picked up at the store, and I did not recognize the issues that this book had. It's got a spine crinkle, and it's got some wear and tear on the back. So this is really just a fine copy, but this is the first appearance of Captain Britain, Megan, Rachel Summers as Phoenix, Kitty Pryde, Lockheed, and Nightcrawler as a team of Excaliber. So this was a really cool book. This is a great pickup for a reading experience. This one's signed obviously by Alan Davis and drawn by. This is a $10 to $20 book in this condition, and it's a solid get at $15. I'll put that up on the big wall. You know why? You know why I call it the big wall? Nikki has it in my Stream Deck, and my little tiny key. It says big wall. It doesn't say board. You're shit, Nick. I'm sorry, I'm cussing. So my son, he says it's a wall. So he put it in as one of my keys as a big wall, and not a big board. Well, I'm calling it a board today. Big board, number 8 of this week's top 10 hot comic books. Look at that. So what the hell? This is Savage Hulk. So Savage Hulk. This is issue number 3. This is signed and drawn by Alan Davis. And as you can see in the cover, it says, "Who is the new Jade Giantess?" Giantess? I don't know how to say that. Giantess. There we go. That big green young lady on the cover there. Beautifully drawn. I don't want to spoil it. You got to read it. So if you did not know, the Savage Hulk is where the X-Men meet the Hulk, and it takes place prior to giant-size X-Men #1 story. So this is a pretty cool read. If you hadn't picked that one up, it is a I believe a 4-part series, but the first 3 issues were drawn by Alan, and this is issue number 3. Goes between 10 and 20 bucks, and it's a solid get at 15. Putting that up on the big board, Mr. Steele. Cool. Number 7 of this week's top 10. Oh, that's shiny. What's going on? That's all right. Here we go. Number 7 of this week's top 10. Hot Comics is none other than, look at that. This is Savage She-Hulk issue number 2. This is Hulk versus Abomination versus the X-Men. This one goes between $15 and $25. These last 2 Savage Hulk issues are super minty. This is a $15 to $25 comic signed and drawn by Alan Davis. Goes on average for about $20. Man, that's a mouthful. I'll put that up on the big wall. All right, number 6 of this week's a little bit of dead air time, sorry. And number 6 of this week is none other than Tarot. Number 1, this is cover C variant. I have featured this mini-series in the past. I love this artwork. It's a great crossover between Avengers and the Defenders. This cover C variant, he signed it up over the top because he didn't want to sign over his art. So he signed over the title, which you can see it up there. It's not bad. I like it. It's a good placement because he really liked this cover. This is a $20 to $30 comic, and it's a solid get at $25. Let me put that at number 6. Nope, that's a solid get at $30. Goes between 20. Wow, I got that one. I don't know how to do my own tricks. Let me see. What do I have on my board? That is issue 6. Issue 6. I got it at 25. I got a wrong sticker on it. I'll fix it right now. So I know I got 30 on it. We're gonna do 25. There, I fixed it. Sorry, Nikki, that's my fault. That is Savage Hulk number 1. That is beautiful. Did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. That's great. Nikki, I'm so sorry. Let's do it this way. Now we can talk. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. I was wrong. I made a mistake. Or I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. All right, so that is Tarot number 1. I went right from my hand to the board. I didn't put it down in small. I know I'm narrating. So Tony's Target. Every week I've got something I want to bring to your attention. And this series is really cool. I know I've given you this information already. But it takes place prior to the giant size X-Men number 1. This is a storyline with the Hulk and the new X-Men. This is a $25 to $35 comic, and it is signed and drawn by Alan Davis. There we go. Now I'll put that up on the wall. Now that makes much more sense. I panicked. Put that up there. So we're at the halfway point, where I want to say thanks for watching me here on YouTube, where each week I bring you the top 10 hot comics, action figures, or collectibles that I can find. And then this week is no different than every single week. This is a claim sale. If you see any of the items up here that you're interested, type the name, number of the items down in the comments, and I'll get with you for shipping. First book ships for $9.99. Each additional book ships for a $1.95. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you how to save over 15% and get free shipping. All right, so let's get going. Also, guys, since these books were signed and bought and I contributed to the Heroes Initiative, I will donate proceeds from our sales from this claim sale to the Hero Initiative. All right, I will back out the cost of the book and the shipping stuff, and then I will donate the rest towards the Heroes Initiative, and I will honor that for the length of this video. Right, even after I post it and it's still there, any sales from this episode, I will donate the proceeds to the heroinitiative.org to support our fellow creative crews, you know, writers, artists, colorists. You got to support the industry that you love, and this is one of those industries that I love. All right, there we go. That's a halfway point. Hey guys, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And please hit any mentions to friends and family that are interested in this type of video and or product. Let them know what we have and how often we bring it out. I try to bring it out 2 to 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I know the last couple times it's been once a week, but I do the best that I can. This week's episode is really, really cool. I was really excited. All right, let's get going. Number 5 of this week's top 10 hot comic books found at Acme Comics at a Alan Davis signing. Look at this. This is something that I did not have before today, and I am tickled pink to have. This is Avengers number 42, Legacy 457. This is a King Dynasty story featuring Scarlet Centurion and Kang. These are beautiful books done by Alan Davis. This one goes between $25 and $35, and it's a solid get at $30. All right, let's switch that out. That went pretty smooth, Nick. You're awful quiet tonight. Oh, I know. I was long-winded. All right, ooh, is that too shiny? Let's see. Ooh, what am I doing? That's better. All right, cool. Number 4 of this week's top 10 hot comics is, look at that. This is a really cool book. So this is Avengers 13. It is a military custom edition from the Military Exchange. It is, I've got this all written backwards, and I'm trying to formulate a sentence as I'm writing it. So this is, it says not for resale on there, and it was picked up from the Military Exchange. This is a custom edition. It's the same words, Nikki. I am putting them back and forth. Help me. This is a smaller size of a comic book. This is a $30 to $40 item, and it's a solid get at $35. And that is a cover by Alan Davis, and it is signed also. All right. I don't know how else to say that. I've done every variation that I could. I'm gonna put that up on the big board, Nikki, not the wall. I can't believe you put that on my. I can't believe you put that on my stream deck. I like that one. That's pretty cool. So number 3 of this week's top 10 hot comic books found at Acme Comics is none other than Avengers issue number 41, Legacy number 456. This is a Kang Dynasty with Kang, Scarlet Centurion, signed and drawn by Alan Davis. This goes between $35 and $40, and it's a solid get at 40 big ones. Did I say that right? Between 35 and 45, solid get at 40. I'm putting that up on the wall. I don't know how else to do it, Nikki. You're killing me. All right, number 2 of this week's top 10 hot comic books is none other than, cool. So this is a recent book. This is Storm number 1. This is a beautiful Alan Davis cover. This is signed by that artist, which you kind of figured it out if you watched the whole video. I don't know. I still have it written down. This one goes between $30 and $50, and it is a solid get at $40. That is a beautiful looking book right there. All right, let me put that up on the big wall. Oh, damn it. I said big wall, Nikki. You win. It's called the big wall. I don't know why. I thought it was a big board. It looks pretty good. I like that one. All right. So number 1 of this week's top 10 hot comic books found at $100 hunt at Acme Comics, featuring the great work of Alan Davis is, drum roll please, dun 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 dun. Look at that. This is a graphic novel. It is a hardcover. It is, what is it called? It is called Thanos, the Infinity Siblings. So this is, let's see, which one am I going? I had put so much information down here. So this is, where'd it go? I have it written down here. It's signed on the inside front cover. It's not signed on the cover. This is inside the, I was going to say dust jacket, but it doesn't have a dust jacket. There is a 3-part, that's what I was getting to. It is a 3-part story by Jim Starlin. I think it's Damn, I wrote it down somewhere, but I think my papers blew away. Nikki, help me. Where's the information? I know. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here it is. I got it all right here. So there is. Oh, what is it called? It is called. I have no idea, Nick. I did that one. Did that one. Did that one. It's a three-part. It's a three different part. Damn it! Dead air. Dead air. Help! Play the music. Check me out. I'm stuttering. I'm sweating now. All of a sudden, just take a deep breath. There are 3 graphic novels written by Jim Starlin, drawn by Alan Davis. This is a beautiful copy. I like this one. I have them all sealed and I have them open so I could read them. So I was glad to get Alan to sign this for me. And I still don't know where those other information is. So this one goes between $40 and $60. And it is a solid get at $50. There we go. You watch. I'll find that papers. I'll find those papers here in a minute. That's giving me all the information I need about that book. So we'll get down to it. This week's, I got a bonus. This week's bonus. Oh, I don't even have it in there. Did I show you on the big wall? Look at that. Now I'll sneak it in there. So I'm so glad this video is over, Nikki, because I lost my brain. I lost my train of thought and I couldn't continue. So this is Detective. This is the one I was telling you about. So Detective Comics 575, Part 1, Year 2, Part 1. A beautiful cover. I love this cover. I've always loved this cover. I featured this book previously. I am so glad to get him to sign this one. This one goes anywhere from $60 to $80 in this condition and signed by Alan Davis. I love that one, and that one's on average a great pickup for $70. Let me put that up on the wall. There we go. Look at that. This week's hunt total. These books are worth over $382. That is a hell of a hunt. It was a pleasure meeting Alan Davis. And he took the time to go to Acme Comics here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And it was a great turnout. And if you are going to the Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you stop by his booth, tell him you watched a video of him and found some information. And you can ask him a question to tell him Tony said hi. Alan, if you watch this video and you haven't fallen asleep yet, it was a blast. And if you don't know my format, what I do is I take these items are all up for grabs. You can buy them individually, buy multiples. But if you're a big game hunter, and what that is, Nikki, yes, it's the BGH. You get over 15% off for these 12 items, and that is $320. That is a savings of $62, right? And also, you'll get free shipping in the continental U.S. If you're outside the continental U.S., I'll take $15 off the actual cost of shipping. There you go. Look at that. That is awesome. Guys, thanks for putting up with me. It's warm in here. I've got the air in. It's getting warm, right? You know, summertime's a bear in the shed. I got to keep my air running, keep it cool in here. Don't want nothing to happen to my goodness. But it was awesome. I appreciate you. Come back here end of the week. I am going to check out a comic book store in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's called Fanboy Comics. I'll do a video. I'll make sure my phone is charged, and I'll let you know what I get on the next hunt. Guys, I want to say thank you. Alan, I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next hunt. Bye-bye.